Okay, I don't know how many times I've tried to do this. I just cannot quit rambling or talking or get whatever I want out. Um, Actually, right now it's after 1 in the morning, and it is Wednesday, obviously, since it is after 1 in the morning. Um, sorry. Um, Last week, was Mental Health Awareness Week, and I was watching a bunch of BuzzFeed videos, not necessarily the same channel. It was probably a bunch of the BuzzFeed channels, um, but there was I'm sorry, my voice is just weird right now. Um, there was how it's like to live with depression, how it's like to live with anxiety, how it's like to live with OCD, how it's like to live with ADHD, how it's like to live with PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder. Um, what they didn't say was how it's like to live with multiple mental health disorders. My brother and sister both have ADHD and PTSD. And then I'm the winner with the amounts that I have. I have ADHD like they do, and I have PTSD like they do. Thank you, DHS, for that. Yeah, it's a long story that I don't want to get into because I want to make this as short as I can. So as two, I have OCD and then I have depression. I was diagnosed with OCD first. That was when I was 7. I don't have I'm on medication that kind of stops me from doing this, but I had this little tick where I would be plucking at my skin. If I didn't have anything for my hands to do, I would literally, not even realizing this until I felt like a warm trickle of blood. So I'd be plucking at my skin until it bled pretty much. And that's actually a known tick with some people with OCD. Not everybody with it has it, but when I was 7, it was to the point where the doctors decided to put me on depression medicine, which helped with the picking, I guess you could call it, and it still does. But since I was on depression medicine, I've been on 2 different kinds. I don't remember the first one, but the Zoloft I've been on for as long as the other one. But since I've been on it since I was 7, it kind of also helped with the depression because I wasn't diagnosed with that until I was 18 when I tried to go off of my meds. Now, shortly afterwards, I was diagnosed with ADHD. It's very hard for me to focus at times on certain things. Unless I'm really interested in it, I can't focus that well. And then, of course, I cannot hold still. If you notice, I don't have a camera. I mean, I have a tripod somewhere, but it's made for a camera, so I don't have something that I can set my phone on, which I record off of, and, of course, a lot of my videos are a little jumpy because I can't hold still. I'm constantly moving. I am trying my best to hold still right now, but my other hand is moving. I'm constantly moving around, fiddling. My shoulder is sore. But that's part of that. PTSD wasn't until I was about 17. There are times where, like right now, I have some random bruises on my legs. That's because in my sleep, it's not as bad as it used to be, but sometimes in my sleep I will be screaming and I will kick the wall, and I'm on my bed and this is the wall right here. So when I move to my new apartment, I will probably put my bed away from the wall so that I'm not kicking the wall and bruising myself anymore. Of course, I won't know unless John, my brother's over, and he tells me that I was screaming in my sleep or whatever, because I won't know because I will have my bed away from the wall because I don't want to be bruising myself anymore. But that was until I was 17, and then I was 18, almost 19 years old when I was diagnosed with depression, because since I was doing pretty well at controlling the little picking tick from OCD, the doctors and I decided that, okay, you know, I'm sorry, I'm not a little sore right now. I'm just like trying to get comfortable, but I'm not. Since there. But since I was doing pretty good, and I still do good because I keep myself busy, I keep my hands busy, and there I go again with moving the camera too much. Sorry if my videos are jumpy. But I was doing pretty well at not plucking at my skin or picking till there was holes, because I'm basically, since I was 7 when I was doing that, I found ways to keep my hands busy so that I don't do it. We decided to take me off of Zoloft, which I am still on. I was at 150 milligrams when we decided to go off, and then I was down to 20 before I just broke down. I couldn't handle all these emotions. It was a lot of sadness over things that I could not control. They were out of my control. I mean, some stupid things, like I was crying over little things in movies that we would watch. So I went back and we went back up the dose again, but only to 100 milligrams this time. Now 2 months ago, I was the dosage was upped again because I was having more bad days than good days. So I'm back up to 150 milligrams. I am doing a little better, but it does help to just get out of the house. But since it's winter, there's times where I don't know. Well, my body does not want to get up and get out because, I mean, it's not like it's my joints are not like they used to be. I am young. I'm only 26, but I do have joint issues. And that doesn't help, especially during winter when I need to get out, basically. Now the OCD, it's not as bad as some cases, like if you've seen like on TLC, that channel, some of the OCD, things that they showed, I don't know, maybe a few years ago it was on. It is nothing compared to that. I mean, there are some things, I don't know what I have against odd numbers, but I hate odd numbers, and, oh my god, John just freaks me out at times. I mean, he's learned not to do this because I freak out so much that he has to change, because on the TV, if there's, on the volume, if you can see the numbers, it has to be even. The TV in my bedroom, it's always on an even number. The one in the living room, it doesn't have numbers, so it doesn't really bug me as much because I can't see whether it's on even or odd, so it's like, I'll just turn it up 2 or turn it down 2. I still up it 2 and down 2, or it's never 1. No, it's never. It's always in 2s or 4s. I go up or down. So there's that. But I mean, when I was like 18 and we would have like movie night, John, Nana, and I, John would get the movie set up early, and I'd come downstairs and be like, okay, I need to check the volume. John's like, no, it's fine. He had it on an odd number on purpose, and I started freaking out until he finally changed it to an even. So, I mean, I don't know why, but it just has to be. I mean, it's like, there's a feeling that I get like the world's gonna end. I know it's not, but it just, I can't have that. I don't know. I don't think I have that many tics. If I do, I'm pretty good at controlling them, since I have had it since I was 7. yeah, so that's kind of it. Like I said, the PTSD, yeah, um, that's kind of basically all these mental health disorders. You can't do, I mean, you can't control them. You can up to a point with medication and with repeatedly reminding yourself and keeping yourself on track, keeping yourself busy with your hands or whatever. But for the most part, there's not a lot you can do about it. For my depression, I mean, most of the time, it's that kind where I'm tired all the time. I don't want to get up out of bed. I just want to sleep all the time. But I force myself to get up and get out of the house because I know I will feel better. It makes me feel better, just even if it's just to go across the parking lot to the clubhouse at the apartments where I live. If it's just to go over there, hang out, get a cup of coffee, I mean, even that makes me feel much more awake. So the little things like that, like actually knowing what you need to do and following through with it and doing it, you can conquer all of these issues. Yes, it's very hard to live with them. I mean, it's hard to live with one, let alone four that I have. Also, it really helps that I have Missy, my cat. She's there for me. I mean, if I'm having like a breakdown, she's right there. She's great. She calms me down. I don't know what I would do without her. She is everything. Right now, she's in timeout. I'm gonna let her out pretty soon, but I don't know what I would do without her. Because she definitely helps bring me back down, especially when my depression is getting really bad and stress also causes a lot of meltdowns, breakdowns. With any of these disorders, it will cause that, and I have been under a lot of stress lately. So I have been having a few breakdowns, but she's been there, she's calmed me down and brought me back, and it also helps just to have her. I mean, this is something that I've had ever since I got her. I mean, she'll come up with me on the bed when I'm pretty much put my electronics away and am going to sleep. She'll come up and lay with me, and I will just kind of hold her like I would like a stuffed animal when I was growing up. And just listening to her purr, that just makes me kind of go to sleep, and it helps me as well. It calms me down, brings the stress, anxiety, everything, all the emotions, it just brings it down, and I'm able to sleep. So I am very grateful that God gave her to me, basically, because I don't know what I would do without her. I don't know what I would do without him, so but this is, yeah, I am doing pretty good. Hey, because the other videos I did, they were over 30 minutes, so I wanted to shorten it. That and John kept calling, and since I'm filming on my phone, it would interrupt the recording, and I don't have any way to edit, because one, he has my computer, so yeah. The closest thing I have to a computer right now is my Kindle, which is okay, but I would like my computer back soon, which hopefully he will get it back soon, because he's almost done with it, he says. I know. But anyway, yeah. So it's almost 15 minutes, and I'm going to pretty much cut it short. I just wanted to get the point across and say that it kind of opened my eyes that I'm not, I mean, it feels at times like I'm the only one going through this. I know I'm not, because I know my brother and sister have too. I mean, some of my friends have issues like this. I'm not the only one. I know that. but it's just nice to have a reminder, and it's nice that they actually are starting a mental health week. So, yeah, I guess I should probably bookmark that, and as a reminder, of course, it will probably just come across anyway on social media, but it was nice that they actually do this. So, and bring awareness, that we're just human as well. I mean, we're not any different than anybody else. We just have to deal with something else that's going on in our lives that we have no control over, really. So, you can't really do anything. Except live. And that's the best thing to do. You can just live and go on with your life, and yeah, just, I don't know. Anyway, I think that's it. I need to go to bed, and it is officially 6 minutes on this, so I am going to go, and I'm going to let Missy out so that I can go to sleep to her purring. So, bye.